All right. So I'm going to start the stream. So, konnichiwa mina. Hello, straw hats. In this live stream, not video. So, in this live stream, I will be reading the newest one. Yeah, the newest One Piece chapter. Sorry, guys. I can't talk today. But yeah, so for this live stream, I will be reading the newest One Piece chapter. So, yeah. So sit back and relax. And I will read the chapter to you guys and then we'll have a discussion about it. Because I personally have not read the chapter myself, so I don't know what to expect. But I did read the spoilers though. Because I do read the spoilers before I read the actual chapter because I kind of want to know what's going on, even though I don't. But yeah. So we start off with this really cool cover page of all of the Rocks pirates. So they are all wearing like the black outfits, which kind of reminds me of this volume right here. So if you guys remember this volume, volume 6, we see the Straw Hats with their black outfits. So like it kind of reminds me of this, but instead of the Straw Hats, it is the Rocks pirates. So really cool cover page. So, do we get the name of the chapter? So, yes. So, One Piece chapter 1169 is I Need to Die as Soon as Possible. So, that's the name of the chapter. So, more flashback. So, that's awesome. 14 years ago, Solar Realm, Gabon's house. So, we start off with Gabon's house. Seriously? So, Captain Roger has a son? That's what it seems, yes. He met with Garp and told him that, poor kid, he's probably got a rough with the Marines. Okay, so this is interesting. So 14 years ago, I guess you could say Porcus the Ace is born. So this character right here. So if I can hold him with one hand. So this guy was born 14 years ago. So really cool to know. So then we see Shanks here saying, "Man, that's awesome." So he's kind of like a little brother of me, right? That's right. You and Buggy are our sons. And since he carries Captain Roger's blood, I bet he'll become the pirate king of the next generation. So, that is interesting. So Shanks is saying this. So this cannot be Shamrock. So this has to be Shanks saying this. You know, hold on. So is that Shamrock? Like I can't tell. Like I I don't know if that's Shanks or Shamrock, but like they are twins, so they have to be really similar, right? So then Gabon, yeah. So Gabon is like, those things aren't hereditary, right? Like on top of that, the ones people expect the most usually don't make it to the top. Oh yeah, I think the world's way more fun that way. Wahaha. Meanwhile, da ha 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 ha, I mean, Prince Loki has arrived at the ill-fated Rust Castle. Okay, so now we cut to the castle. So then we see a laugh, and then so like it says, I mean, Prince Loki has arrived. Joro-sama has arrived as well. So Loki has arrived and Joro has arrived. Throne room doors. Sorry guys, I can't talk today. Long day. Long day today. Throne room doors. Why do you say that, Your Majesty? He was only trying to restrain you to the pillar just as you ordered. Okay, so when we first see Loki towards the beginning of Elbath, we see him shackled. So now we know who shackled Loki. It was his father, Harold. So then Harold is like, why attack the guard? Why did my body move on its own? It is because of that, yeah, that word's orders. Does he want to erase anyone who sets in the way? From any army of warriors. Okay, so we see Emu there with those Renegon looking eyes. I can't go against his orders. Will my mind will my mind ever be the same again? All because of his orders? Never again. Okay, so we see the tattoo once again that's on Harold's arm. This body is poison to this country. Elbath will rot as long as I live. Everything was for nothing. Everything will be for no reason. 114 years of my life. I need to die as soon as possible. Kill me, all of you. Dang, so this is Gerald saying this stuff? I won't just sit back and let Elbath be enslaved. Hurry, before everything is taken from us. What are you saying, my king? Hey, old man. Bah. I know those things aren't hereditary, right? But on top of that, oh, sorry, like I just read that. What the heck are you doing, Harold? Oh, this is what it means to be immortal? Okay. So Harold basically demand these army people to get rid of them. So they all take their spears and then they stab Harold. And it looks like Harold got stabbed like one, two, three, four times. Unlike Goldie Roger, which I believe when Goldie Roger got executed, he got stabbed twice. But Harold, he got double the amount. He got stabbed like four times. I'm regenerating. Stop. All of you run. Oh, yeah, because he's also like a part of the God's Knights now, and as we all know, the God's Knights have the ability to regenerate. So it definitely makes sense. In other words, Harold and I have the shallowest contract with that big shot, the great one of the Holy Land. And even though it's shallow waters contact, as long as we're within the limits of power, we can deeply, yeah, we can't defy his orders. What a weird power, huh? That is why, when we left the Holy Land, we were able to talk a bit. I knew it was red haired pirates, right? When Harold became a God's Knight, Elbath would enter the government alliance, which would make him very happy. For that, he'd have to sign a higher level contract that would be a problem. But what would be the problem with that? Anyone who gains the power of the contract will become a God's Knight, receives superhuman strength and immortality, the power of the summon the abyss to travel long distances. But in exchange, we can no longer go against the orders of the Great One, and his voice will reach them no matter where they are. Harold will be completely in their hands if he signs the contract. And I doubt that under those conditions, those darn greedy, and then he says it, would keep any promise. Harold cannot join the God's Knights. Okay, so Shanks is saying that anybody that gains the power of the contract becomes a God's Knight, which Harold did, receive superhuman strength and immortality, which makes sense. That's why Harold got stabbed four times, and it really does not matter because he's able to regenerate. The power to summon the abyss to travel long distances, which makes sense because we first see, I think it was Shamrock and Gunko. They got summoned by those like abyss circles, so that's their way of transportation. So now Harold has the ability to do that. But in exchange, we can no longer go against the orders of the Great One. So you get all this like immense power, but the downside is you cannot go against Emu because as you can see what happened to the Gorosei, particularly I believe it was Saturn, you know why you cannot go against Emu. And his words will reach no matter where they are. Harold will be completely in their hands if he signs the contract. I doubt that under those conditions, those darn greedy, like I said, would keep any promise. Harold cannot join the Gods Knights. What the? So then we see a whole bunch of electricity coming from, I think it's the castle, is what it's looking like. And then we see, I think that's, yeah, so we see Harold, and I believe that's Loki. So they're clashing. Oh yeah, because he says, "Wait, Dad." So yeah, so that is Loki. So Loki and Harald they are clashing, which is causing the black like lightning bolts and stuff. Wait, Dad, what the heck is going on here? You didn't die even after being cut up like that. And why are you trying to kill me along with the guards? Besides, where's this power coming from? What happened, Harold? Get a hold of yourself. Okay, so then we have Gerald. Yeah, so Loki is like, what the heck is going on? How come you didn't pass away even when you got three spears through your body? And then why are you trying to get rid of me along with the guards? Is what Loki is saying. And then Loki is wondering where's all this power coming from? And I think that's Gerald with like the big Santa Claus beard, which makes sense because Christmas is a little less than a week from now, which is crazy that Christmas is literally next week, which is awesome. Which I love Christmas. Christmas is like my favorite holiday of the entire year. So, yeah. What happened, Harold? Get a hold of yourself. Everyone to the throne room. The king has lost his mind. Stop him. Okay. So now Gerald is ordering people to stop the king, stop King Harold, because he's clashing with his son. He's going out of control. He's trying to get rid of his son, like along with the guards. So Gerald is like, stop him. Explain yourself, Harold. So it looks like the guards, I guess, pinned Harold to his back. So he's like pinning his arms. Like, what happened? Like explain yourself, Harold. Like, why are you doing this? Like, why are you getting rid of your own son and getting rid of like your only people that serve under you? So he's huffing and puffing. Gerald Sama, I did something unforgivable, and I probably won't be able to stay sane from here on out. Listen, Loki, I need you to do exactly as I say. I want you to tell Elbath exactly what happened in this castle. That I attacked the guards and all of the dirty work I did. So Elbath will become an infiltrated country. So let me get this straight. So Harold joined the Gods Knights. That's why he has the tattoo on the arm. He has the power to regenerate. Um, so now that he is a God's Knight now, so now he has to do what Emu says, because if you don't, you see what happens to Saturn when you disobey orders. So my guess is I think Emu ordered to yeah, so I think Emu ordered Harold to attack his son. That's probably the only explanation. And then I'm guessing Emu said this to Harold that what happened in this castle, like I did this so that Elbath can become an infiltrated country. So he did all that. Yeah, so he did all this so that Elbath can be a part of one of those royal countries. Same thing with Alabasta, basically. tell them that I was deceived as well. Well, no crap, Harold. This is what happens when you join the dark side. When you join the dark side, not only that they are using you for their benefit, which is what Emu is doing, of course Emu is going to deceive you. Like of course, like it makes sense. Like, yeah, Harold, no crap. and this is not and this is how things ended up. They wanted me to hand Elbath over and sell our people as slave warriors. Well, of course, Harold. I mean, that's what happens when you join the dark side. Like, of course, Emu is going to sell your country and make your own citizens slaves. Like, what else is new? Like, really, what else is new? What do you mean you were deceived? From the very beginning, they never intended to grant my wish. Yeah, so even even Loki told you. Even Loki told you that dad joining with, the world government is like a bad idea. Because of course they're not going to grant your wish. Of course not. Gerald Sama, make Loki eat Elbath's treasure. What? No one can defeat me now that I've received the power of the god. Okay. So Gerald knows where Harold's treasure is. We don't know what it is specifically, so now we know that Gerald has played a part in it. I never wanted Elbath to become a slave to the world government. Well, Harold, you did. That's what happened. That's why Loki you. You need to kill me and take the throne, Loki. I am the worst king. Yeah, I am the worst king Elbath has ever had. Wow, Harold is taking accountability. He knows how much he sucks as a king. He's just as bad as Cobra. Well, actually, he's worse than Cobra, actually. Like, he knows within himself that I am a terrible king. Get rid of me, Loki, because I'm a terrible king. You will make a better king, Loki. Which I agree that I think Loki is going to be the better king. So, yeah, Harold is taking accountability. Yeah. Good. Good for you, Harold, for taking accountability. Because, yeah, that never happens. Yeah. So he says, I'm the worst king Elbath has ever had. A fool. Tell everyone that to get rid of me and make your name. I don't care what happens to my reputation after I pass away. That's what truly matters. Is Elbath's future, isn't it? How far will you? Please, Loki, only you can do this. Wow, he really has faith in his son that he will be the better king, which I do have faith, like in Loki, that Loki is definitely going to be the better king. For sure. And then we see Harald take out his sword, and then he's slashing his own royal members. How dare you get rid of him like this? Indeed, I am no longer Harold. Yeah, so he's slashing everybody. I am merely. Sorry, guys, I'm trying to see these speech bubbles. They're really hard to read, some of them. I am merely the Great One's servant. Okay, so Harold went from a king to a servant, which he should have been a servant all along, in my opinion. I won't. There's a criminal in the castle. Seal off the doors at once. I won't allow anyone to leave and no one will ever know what happened in this castle. Run, everybody. Okay. So I'm not sure who this guy is. So he's on the ground, and so he's telling everybody to run, run, run for your life. And then he gets stomped in the face. I will offer this country to Emu Sama. So who just stomped him in the face? Was that Emu? I think that was Emu. I will offer this country to Emu Sama. Hurry, Loki. Why do I have to eat this devil fruit? Okay. So Harold is all not Harold. Gerald is like, hurry, Loki. And then so we see Loki with like his giant axe, his Ragnar. No, not his axe. Like, is that his axe? An axe or a mallet, but I think that's Reiner. Why do I have to eat this devil fruit? If I do, I won't be able to swim anymore, right? Okay. So that's the treasure. That's the treasure. So Harold's treasure is a devil fruit. So yeah, so Gerald hands Loki the devil fruit and says, "Eat this devil fruit. Like hurry, just eat this devil fruit." And then Loki's looking at it like, "Well, if I eat this devil fruit, won't I lose the ability to swim? I can't be in the water." Man, my dad's changed, but this is really weird. Don't eat it, Loki. That fruit is mine. Okay, so we see Gerald is all like, "Don't eat that fruit, Loki. That fruit is mine. But you're the one who told me to eat it." Hold on. So is it both Gerald and Harold, which they both rhyme, by the way? So they both told Loki to eat this devil fruit, and then Gerald was all like, no, not Gerald. Harold was all like, don't eat it, Loki. That fruit is mine. And then I guess Loki's all like, well, you're the one that told me to eat it. Now you don't want me to eat it? Like, see, there we go again. Harold, he he does stuff like, yeah, that's Harold for you. And that proves why, once again, he's not the greatest king, which I will say, like, I'm glad that he took accountability for his actions. But once again, so you told me to eat it, and now you're gonna say, don't eat it, that devil fruit is mine. Like, make up your mind, Harold. Like, make up your mind. Okay. Harold, yeah. If you eat that fruit, it'll be the end of the world. Okay, what kind of devil fruit is this? Is this like an ancient weapon or something? Which that would be cool. That would be cool if the devil fruit was like the last ancient weapon. Maybe Pluton? Well, one of the two, not Pluton. One of the ancient weapons. I can't remember which one, but maybe this devil fruit's an ancient weapon. That's my guess anyway. Like, I don't know which one, but it's probably an ancient weapon. Listen to me, Loki. Don't let him lay a hand on that fruit. So so Gerald is saying, listen to me, Loki. Don't let Harold eat this fruit. Like, don't do it. So I guess so, like, is that Harold? Okay, so Harold, no, so Gerald is holding the devil fruit, and then Harold, I guess, smacks it out of Gerald's hand. And then at the same time, he's smacking it out of his hand. And then he gets like a sword through the torso again. So this is his fifth time getting stabbed. Like, Harold just got stabbed at least 5 times. Take this legendary, take this legendary sword back, Harold. You gave it to me a long time ago. Okay, so that sword that Harold got stabbed in the back, that used to be Gerald's sword. Like, hey, you could take your legendary sword back. So that's interesting that that is a legendary sword. That's interesting. So it's quite interesting how, like, I think Zoro has some of the legendary swords, and I think Luffy and Wano has one of the legendary swords, and then now Gerald has the legendary sword. So it makes me wonder: is this the last like legendary sword, like Ryuma or something like that? That's probably my guess. I'm going to eat the fruit and take Reiner. I won't let you. So Loki is all like, I'm gonna eat the fruit, and then I'm also gonna take my hammer, I'm gonna take my axe, whatever the heck it is, but I'm gonna take it all basically. And then so Harold, okay, so we see Harold getting slashed by Gabon. Okay, so we see Gabon, and then we see Shanks slash Shamrock. I have no idea which one, but they both slashed Harold. They tag team to slash Harold. Well, look, I think that's Shanks because I recognize that sword because like I know that Shanks has a sword. So yeah, so Gabon and Shanks slashed Harold once again. Is that you, Gabon? Says Gerald. And then I guess Harold is yelling, Gerald, what happened to you? I'm fine. The helmet protected me. Stop, Harold. Don't let him get close to Loki. Looks like things are really bad. Harold, look around you. Wake up. So even Shanks is telling Harold to wake up, Harold. Like, Emu is not your friend. Like, wake up. Like, reality check. Shanks, having an immortal body is perfectly nice, you know? I can feel what it's like to be truly superior. Yeah. So Harold is drunk with power. And then Shanks is like, darn it, is there any way I could break this order? So, like, is Harold Domi reversied? Like what happened to Dory and Bragi, like in like the regular Hellbath chapter? Makes me wonder. So then we see like a padlock with shackles. And then Loki opens the door. Okay, so Loki gets shackled like by Harold, like towards the beginning of the chapter. He breaks the shackles, opens the door, and then like a treasure chest. So this is the forbidden fruit passed down from generation to generation at Elbad. So now we finally get to see Harold's treasure in the treasure chest. Very, very similar to Shanks having the Gumu Gumu no Mi, and then Luffy ate it. So that's interesting parallels. So like if you guys remember like the first chapter or like the first episode where we get the flashback with Luffy and Shanks, Shanks also had like a treasure chest that was his treasure. And like in that treasure chest had the Gumu Gumu no Mi, which Luffy ate. And then you have Harold's treasure, which has a forbidden fruit. And I'm guessing that Loki is going to eat this fruit. And Loki and Luffy are very, very similar when it comes to personalities. You know, you know, like I guess you could say that Loki wants to be the king of Elbath, and then Luffy wants to be king of the pirates. There's similarities between those two, for sure. So then we see Loki swinging his Ragnar so like I guess somebody is coming behind him like so he's swinging like his axe who's there. Oh, like and that's the end of the chapter. So I think break next week. Yeah, so break next week because next week is Christmas. So yeah, that is the end of the chapter. So yeah, my thoughts and feelings about the chapter. you you're live? Yeah. How come live? How come live streaming? So Yeah, my thoughts about the chapter. Where to start? Um, Harold is crazy. Harold is just like extremely crazy, which I am glad that he's taken accountability in knowing how crappy of a king he is. So like it's nice for him to take some responsibility. And then he tells his son Loki to eat the fruit, then don't eat the fruit because the fruit is mine now. Yeah, like a lot of stuff going on in that chapter. I missed your review first thing in downloading when this is over, and yes, your thoughts. I already. Oh, I missed your review first thing in downloading when this is over, and yes, your thoughts. I already watched Tekken's video of it. Yeah, like I have not watched Tekken 101's video like of it yet. Like I'll definitely watch his video after this live stream for sure. Like and I can see where we sync and where we differ. So yeah, like I definitely will be watching his video after this live stream. But um yeah, a lot of stuff going on, and Harold wields a legendary sword. So that's cool. Like same with Zoro. Zoro wields like a couple of legendary swords. The same thing with Luffy. He wield like a legendary sword like in Wano. And then now, yeah, Harold wields like a legendary sword. I have YouTube Premium. I'm definitely downloading your stream today. And what do you think of the layers of the backstory in this flashback? Oh, thank you for downloading my stream. Like I greatly appreciate it. So my thoughts of the layers of backstory like in this flashback. Um, I really do like the layers like of this flashback. A lot of twists and turns. like you like you think a certain way, and then like a new chapter comes out, and then you kind of just think a different way. So like a lot of layers for sure. Of course, I enjoy your content truly. Oh, thank you so much. Like I greatly appreciate it. Thank you for like enjoying, my content. Like I greatly appreciate it. Like I appreciate everybody that enjoys my content. Like I greatly appreciate it. I really enjoy making videos and doing live streams too. Like that's definitely something that I want to do for the rest of this year, and then definitely 2026, like and beyond. I definitely want to do more live streams for sure. But yeah, so going back to what are my thoughts of the layers of the backstory? A lot of layers going from so we go from Loki's backstory to Harold's backstory to back to Loki's backstory. Yeah. Um Zebek is a really cool character. I really do like Zebek as a character. Even though that he went crazy and then Goldie Roger and Garp had to stop him, which is probably what's going to happen in the next chapter where Harold has to be stopped. By who? I don't know. Maybe Loki. Which wh- which backstory did you enjoy finding out the most? That is a good question. Which backstory did I like enjoy finding out the most? I probably would say this one. Probably this is my favorite backstory, because it is the longest, I think, and I really do like the layers of it, like with Harold, like in Loki, and then of course Zebek, Blackbeard's dad, and more Goldie Roger stuff. So, like, I probably would say this one. I really wish Oda could have survived. Screw that Giants gang. But I like the story within this one, though. Yeah, yeah, me too. Like a lot of like a lot of things going on like in this flashback. Even though, like, as much as I do love this flashback, I'm kind of ready for the current story. Like, to be honest with you, like, I really wanna see, like, if Dory and Broggy are still Domi Reversied. Like, I wanna see what the Straw Hats are up to. Seriously. Like, yeah. Like, I'm kinda ready for, like, the current story now, like, as much as I do, like, enjoy this flashback, but, um, yeah, I'm ready to see what Luffy and, like, the Straw Hats are up to. Can can we see how Scopper is going to stop Emu in front of Luffy? Scopper. Um, yeah, like, I get confused between, Scopper and Gabon. So, like, is Scopper the one that's, like, a part of the Gods Knights that has, the Vine ability that was fighting Robin? Like, is that Scopper? Because I know because I know Gabon is the father of, like, one of the child giants. I know that, but I think Scopper is the one with, part of the Gods Knights with the vines, right? Because I don't know why, like, I get those 2 characters confused. They look similar. I really don't like where they're talking I don't like where they're talking Usopp in this arc, and this is his arc. Scopper is Roger's 3rd in command. Oh, oh, okay, thank you. Like I did not know that. Yeah, like, they kinda are talking like Usopp, though. Definitely for sure. Yeah, so my question is, how long is Hellbath gonna be? That's that is the $1,000,000 question. So, since this is, like, the final arc, it's probably gonna be very long. Probably longer than Wano, like I would say, but that's just my opinion, of course. Yeah, 3rd in command. That's crazy that Scopper is that strong, which makes sense because didn't, like, in the current part of the story, not the flashback, didn't he, like, slice Gunko or something like that? I can't remember. Oh, Gunko? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's, Scopper. Like, the one that sliced Gunko. Oh, gotcha. Gotcha. Yes, he did. Oh, yeah. So I was right. So, like, that is Scopper. Like, I thought so. He was the guy that sliced, Gunko. Hey, beautiful fight. I'm loving how Chopper came to his rescue. Yeah, me too. Me too. Like, it's nice to see, Chopper, um, actually do something in this arc. In this arc, what do you think of the Gods Knights in Elbath right now? Um, like, we really don't see, like, much of the Gods Knights, but to answer your question, what do I think of the Gods Knights as of right now? I think they are cool. Um, like, me personally, like, as of, like, right now, for sure, I'm more of a fan of, like, the Gorosei, more than the Gods Knights because, with the Gorosei, say we get to see, like, their transformations, like, one's a spider, one's a bird, one's a centaur. So, like, they're cool, so far, but I definitely would like to see more of what they can do. Maybe they'll, transform into animals, kinda like with, the Gorosei. And how Emu is now, basically, like, enslaving everyone who isn't a sun god. I think the dream won and the Goro got fleshed out super hard. last arc, or you don't think so? Um, yeah, I could definitely see Himu, like enslaving everybody. That's not like the sun god, which is Loki, Luffy, Bonnie. Yeah, for sure. Um, I think the Dream one and the Goro got fleshed out super hard last arc, or you don't think so? Um, the Dream one. Oh, one of the God's Knights has like the Dream fruit. Yeah. So yeah, like I feel that it needs to be like fleshed out more. Like I would like to see, like yes, we know Gunko has the double fruit ability to control arrows. Um, but I would like to see that fleshed out more. Same thing with like one of the God's Knights having the dream fruit, where he can just make dreams reality. I would like to see like it fleshed out more for sure. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah. But that's just my opinion, of course. Like I want to see more of what they can do. But as of right now, I like the Gorosei more. He he's the one who he's the one who pulled out that rare salt, and for real, I like how did Joy Boy stop them? The rare salt. I'm not quite sure what you mean about like the rare salt. Like I don't remember that. Yeah, like that is a good question. How did like Joy Boy stop them though? Like the power of the sun, I guess. Maybe Joy Boy um is like Hamaterasu, which is the goddess of the sun. So that's probably why. Remember the gods' knights were waiting to strike the giants. In waiting, he asked the dream guide to dream up this rare salt and took it out of the bubble cloud. Oh yeah. Like I do remember that for sure. And then he woke up and it disappeared in taste and all. Yeah, like I do remember that. Hmm. That tripped me out. Yeah, that is. Yeah. I could definitely see that. Like, I can't imagine like dreaming something because with that dream fruit, like you can dream something and then it becomes reality, but when you dream something and then it doesn't become real. Yeah, that is. Yeah, that is weird. Very trippy for sure. Like I don't know if he's just very new to his double fruit ability. Maybe he needs to train and work hard to be better with his double fruit. Like I don't know. Like we don't know how long he's had the double fruit because with double fruit abilities, you have to train, right? Like you can't just have a double fruit ability and just not train. Like you have to train for that stuff in order to get better. It's it's such a cool concept. And my last question is that do you think Vivi will be here in Elbath? That is a really good question. Since Elbath and Halabasta, they're very similar. Like they both have kings that suck. Let's call it out for what it is. Cobra's not the greatest king, and also Harold is not the greatest king either. So do I think Vivi will show back up? I probably would say yeah, for sure. Not because I really do like Vivi. Vivi is definitely one of my favorite characters, and I think that and I think that she's strong. So, so I probably would say yes. She'll show back up like in Elbath as well as with Pole, because the last time that we see them is in Egghead, right? And those two were together in Egghead. She's already here. Wait, remember? She had to escape the news bird. Like in Pole. Yeah, yeah, true. From Emu after they caught them with Sabo and he did get attacked. Yeah, yeah, like he did. Sabo did get attacked by Emu. So that's the first time we see Emu, right? So yeah, that is definitely true. Like so, something tells me Sabo is also going to be like a part of this too. Because towards the beginning of like the chapter, like they said that oh Goldie Roger has a son, so we can assume that's Ace, and Sabo has the Maranomi now after Ace passed away. So something tells me I think Sabo is also going to show back up, and then hopefully we get to see more of what he can do with his Devil Fruit ability. I think that'll be really really cool. They took off with the bird news guy, and in like the middle of Elbath, they flew above the heavenly realm. Oh, gotcha, gotcha. Yeah, like I forgot that Hellbath has like a lot of layers to it, like the sun realm, the heaven realm, just a lot of realms to keep track of. Like I don't even know which straw hats are in which realm at this point. And now half the crew met her, has no idea she's a straw hat, and it's so funny. Yeah, like it is really really funny because I think yeah, I think it was Luffy, Sanji, Zoro, and also technically Robin, technically. Like even though she wasn't like labeled as like a straw hat yet because Luffy didn't like her. Yeah, so the only characters from the Straw Hat crew that have not seen Vivi when she wasn't a straw hat, wait, sorry, when she was a straw hat for a little while is I think Frankie, Jinbei, Chopper, Brooke. Yeah, I think that's about it. Now half the crew has met her and has no idea she's the straw hat. Is so funny. Yeah, like it is really funny. That like I really wish Vivi was a straw hat. I really wish she was. Like, wasn't she with the Straw Hat crew for like an entire arc of Alabasta? So yeah, like I was kind of hoping she would become a Straw Hat. Same thing with Yamato because she was talking about through the entirety of Wano that I want to be a Straw Hat. I'm gonna be a Straw Hat, and then like towards the end of Wano, nope, I decided to go off and do my own adventure. I don't want to be a Straw Hat no more. I love this arc so much. Me too. I really do like Hellbath as an arc. Nami, Nami, Robin, and Usopp. Right, yeah. Finally, Brooke and Jinbei. That's it, I think. Yeah, yeah, like she is a member. I totally agree. Vivi is a straw hat. She is like for sure. No, no, Vivi is different. She had the straw hat X mark. That's true. That's 100% true. I totally forgot that. Like towards the end of Alabasta, I think she drew an X, like on the back of their hand, like drew an X, and then raised their fist up in the air. So yeah, um, that's a real straw hat symbol. Yeah, I agree. Like 100%, I agree. Like during the Alabasta arc when she wrote an X on the straw hat's back of their hand and then raised their fist up. Yeah, that's a straw hat, for sure. Good. God bless your streams, dude. This was fun. This was a phenomenal conversation. Thank you so much. I really do enjoy I really enjoy having a conversation with you. Like I greatly appreciate it. Like I learned so much because One Piece is not my strong suit. So you definitely helped me remember some things. I greatly appreciate it. I love having a conversation when it comes to One Piece. So thank you so much. It took it took me an hour and a half before I found you. So I apologize for the delay in joining. No, that's okay. Better late than never. Better late than never. Like, thank you so much for having a conversation with me. I greatly appreciate it. Better late than never. Don't ever apologize. YouTube is strange that way. All right, so 5 more minutes, guys, and then I'll be ending the stream here. When when it comes to One Piece, when it comes to One Piece, right next to Tekken 101 himself. Oh, thank you so much. I really do like Tekken 101. He's definitely one of my favorite content creators for sure. I, I would love to do a collab with him like in the future. Had I understand that he's super busy, so doing a collab this year is probably not going to happen, but there's always next year for sure. Because I don't know how he can just memorize every single detail when it comes to One Piece. I don't know how he can do that. I can't. My brain would just be fried. I couldn't do it. That's why I watch his stuff and and learn from him, and then I use it like towards my videos. So he's very very knowledgeable. Also, I read and rap. Hold on. Sorry guys, I can't read. Also, I read and rap on YouTube. A collab with them is what I would die to witness to see you do this do this live. He's a freaking machine when it comes to that One Piece knowledge. Oh yeah, for sure. Like people call him like the One Piece encyclopedia, and I 100% agree. He's literally like the One Piece encyclopedia. Like, wow, that's just a wonderful talent that he has. But yeah, I would love to do a collab with him in the future. That's definitely one of my dream videos for sure. Is to like do a collab with them, talking about just One Piece and just anime in general, like a nerd stuff in general. Like it doesn't have to be like One Piece. It could just be like nerd stuff because I'm into like nerdy stuff. All right, I'm out of here. Take care. Thank you for the content digest. You're very welcome. Thank you so much for being like a part of the stream. Like I greatly appreciate it. Yeah, take care, and I hope you have a wonderful holiday season. Hey, thank you so much. You as well. Thank you so much. But yeah, like I guess I'll talk about some of the videos that I'm going to be doing next week. Well, more so, I'm going to pre-record these videos and schedule to post them next week because I am going to be super busy next week because next week is Christmas, So I will be going on a 3-day vacation. Um, Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and also the day after Christmas. So I will be doing some pre-recorded videos and scheduling to post them. So since there's not going to be a One Piece chapter next week, I might just do another character discussion. So I will be doing my Devil Fruit of the Week series. I've decided to do the Bara Bara no Mi, which is Buggy's Devil Fruit, and then I'm going to be doing a character discussion of Buggy. Yeah, that's just what I do. Like it's like if I talk about the Devil Fruit, I have to talk about the actual character of said Devil Fruit. And then Friday, I might just do another character discussion. I'm not quite sure yet, so that's going to be a mystery. All right, so it's very close to an hour, so I'm going to be ending the stream here. Um, Arigato gozaimashita, everybody, for being a part of the live stream. I greatly appreciate it. You guys are awesome. You guys are great. I really enjoy having a conversation about One Piece with you. That is awesome. So I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful Christmas with lots of fun and joy because that's what Christmas is all about. Like it's all about joy and fun and spending time with your family. Do not take your family for granted because nothing is guaranteed, guys. Nothing is guaranteed. So please enjoy your family, spend time with your family. Just yeah, just spend time with your family, like enjoy your family because life's a mystery. That's all I got to say. Life is just a mystery. You just don't know what the future holds. But yeah, so before I go, we will be looking at the poll that I've made. So we're going to end the poll. All right. So the results are in. So the question for this stream, because I'm going to try to do polls on every single one of my streams, who do you think stole King Harold's treasure? And in my opinion, I think it's Rocks. But so yeah, Rocks 50%, Roger 50%, Big Mom 0, and then the God's Knight 0. So thank you so much for the 2 people that have voted. So yeah, guys, I'll see y'all next time. Mata ne. Omedetou gozaimasu. Kurismasu.